Hey, yo, welcome back to the Dugout and Beyond. So we're of course right in the heart of college basketball season and also the NBA season. But a lot of times we're definitely looking at the really good players and also good teams out there across the country as who's going to get drafted this year. Of course, we have the number one prospect going into this year, Cooper Flagg for Duke, with also his buddy Con Knipple. But also we have Hunter Dickinson for Kansas. We have Ace Bailey, Rutgers. But yeah, a whole lot of great talent out there, and insane of how much actual talent is in the SEC specifically, but also there's some players that we are definitely not shining a light on throughout this entire season that are not in also conferences that are really known for their good sports teams in general, and that's the Ivy League conference. And one player in particular is Xavier Lee, who's on Princeton, having a great year. He had a major improvement over his first year. His last 2 years have been major improvements as he basically jumped up over 10 points here, as his freshman year just averaged under 5 points, just under basically not great. Under 1 assist, under half, just about half a steal, and barely getting a block here. As that set has not really improved that much. He's not really that tall. He's not going in for the blocks every game. But the last 2 years, he's averaged just over 17 points, just around 5 assists, one steal, 1 block. Again, he's about 6'2", 6'3" player here. Those guys usually are not going for the steals or blocks, mainly steals, I guess, that for the most part. But yeah, he's definitely had a major improvement in the last couple of years, and definitely averaging out, which is very good. And hey, it's showing that he can definitely adjust to his surroundings and definitely make those plays happen throughout the game. And also, he's doing very well. This guy is he has made the last year's All Ivy League here, All Ivy team this as of last year. And yeah, he's just standing out. He's from Toronto, Canada. He's actually went to a Crescent school in Toronto, which I'm not exactly sure. It says here that it's an independent school in Toronto, which I'm thinking that it's maybe a private school, but I know that in Toronto, I think they call college universities just universities. So I'm not sure if that is a private school. I've not been able to see it. Independent elementary school. I'm not gonna say yes or no to that because I don't know. But then he transferred to a Purcumian school in Pennsylvania, which I've never heard of before, but that's a boarding school down in PA, where I am. It's definitely down south of me, but that is a boarding school of where he went after he of course transferred from that school in Toronto there. But yeah, that's he was like referred to Princeton by a former player there. But yeah, he actually went to the draft and then backed out of the draft to go back to Princeton, as he's trying to improve his draft standing right now, as he was basically end of second. He was like after the second, and there's only two rounds in it where you get undrafted, you go to the G League, and you try and fight your way through all these players that have kind of more ability to get to the teams here. But hey, he's definitely, again, as I said in the beginning, he definitely could be a sleeper pick here for them, as he is basically doing, again, really well. And on this team here, he's right now Princeton is 3-0 in conference and 14-4 on the overall season, right just ahead of Yale at 10-6. But not only that, that's not the impressive part here, is that he's leading in every category, every offensive category here for Princeton. And yeah, definitely not leading in any defensive categories, as he is 6'2", 6'3", as that is not really his specialty on that. But he's leading in points per game, as I said, in 17.1, assists per game at 5, just over 5.5, and the field goal percentage at 43.9, which is ridiculous. That is absurdly great. But yeah, this guy is doing really well, and the only losses that they have are against Loyola Chicago, which, if we all know that, we know the sweet lady that she's like 104 or something at this point. Amazing story. If you have not heard read up about that, look up Loyola Chicago. Great story on that. Happened, I think, about 6 years ago-ish in the NCAA tournament, and she's still kicking, still going to the games. She definitely is having a good life out there. They lost to Wright State, Texas State, and Furman, but they've had some very big wins. They actually are looking at this. Yes, they've beat everyone so far on the Ivy League, but they beat Rutgers. As I mentioned, Ace Bailey, major star out there. They have actually a good team out there with Rutgers. They beat Rutgers by 1 point, which is actually just kind of insane. I actually did not see that, but yeah, Dylan Harper's also a great star for them out there. But yeah, wow, I did not notice that they did that. Who else is they? Yeah, my team Iona. I watched that first game. They won by 1 point in that one also, which Iona just is terrible. Duquesne, Mamaroneck, yeah, Portland. They've definitely had some big wins here. Monmouth, actually, I think probably their biggest win here so far probably I'm gonna say Rutgers is quad 2. I'm gonna guess with them, so that's probably their best win on the season. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out for this man Xavier Lee, as he is going to probably be making some waves here at the end of the year. And if they do end up winning this their bracket for the end of the year, you're definitely going to be a shining star for this team. And again, sleeper pick. Definitely, if you know any of your the GMs out there in the NBA, definitely get an eye to look out for this man here, as he definitely will be turning some heads for himself. So, hey, good luck to this man, and also seeing all the rest of the schools out there, players out there that we go on throughout the rest of the year. As this man, he's also playing, I think, basically every game. He played in his first year. He played in 32 games, but didn't start a single one. Next year, he played 29 games and started in 29 games, and he's already, of course, played 18 games and has started in all 18 games. So definitely, he made some crazy improvement in the offseason that between 23 and 22 and 23, or however you want to say the years here. But yeah, awesome to see this, and definitely going to be keeping a closer eye on him as we get closer to the tournament and also the NBA draft, to see what his numbers are looking like and what his draft stock is like. They're saying second roundish right now, which is definitely still basically where he was last time, but definitely rising that stock up a little bit here. But yeah, hit the subscribe button if you've been watching this man, and also hit that like button and share with your friends, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace!